It looked like somebody was bent over and had their head in the window of the deer blind. It either heard me or smelt me, and he pulled his head out of the tent and stood straight up, and that shocked me. They don't make people that big.
The way it moved, almost as if it was gliding across the beach. I've never seen anything move like that in my life. They were screaming at each other in gibberish. It sounded like a language, and they were chuntering away back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards. I know what a bear looks like, and there is no way on this planet that what I saw were bears.
What are you reporting?
Jesus Christ, you better... Sheriff? Zia!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh.
Hi, this is Drew Pliska, and you're listening to Sasquatch Chronicles.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for being here tonight. Got a great show planned for you. We're going to be chatting with Randy, who comes to us from Central Illinois. You know, very fascinating account. His daughter ended up seeing the creature first, and then his neighbor came forward and said, yeah, I've seen it. And then later, Randy saw it. So multiple witnesses on this property are seeing this creature. It makes you wonder why it's hanging out there. If you've had an encounter and you'd like to be on the show, shoot me an email. My email address is wes@sasquatchchronicles.com, and I'll be doing a kind of a swap with the confessionals on Sunday. Old Tony Merkel will be here with I believe he has a Bigfoot encounter or a Skinwalker encounter, and I'll be over at the confessionals, and we'll be talking about the man who died twice. Take a listen.
Roberts? William Roberts? Thought you lost me. You weren't kidding, were you? Charles Phelan, sir. Stackpole, McPhee, Lassiter, and Phelan. Attorneys at law. How you doing? So, what is it I can do for you, sir?
I'm dying. And I want to go before the governor. I want to be pardoned.
Pardoned? For what?
For the killing of 21 men. I was promised a pardon 70 years and 3 months ago. And you tell him that you're bringing in Rushy Bill Roberts, alias William Antrim, also known as William H. Bonney.
Whoa. William H. Bonney?
Alias Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid, huh? Billy the Kid was shot and killed by Pat Garrett. Everybody knows that. It's common knowledge.
cool. I'll be having an author coming on, kind of an expert really on that topic. And Dan, he wrote a book regarding this whole incident regarding Brushy Bill Roberts. And I've read his book. I read it many years ago, and I was fascinated by it. And what's cool about Dan is he really didn't go into looking into this whole thing. You know, he thought Billy the Kid died back in 1881 and really didn't give it a second thought until he started really researching this subject. And I think the stuff that we bring out during that show might surprise you, might make you at the very least go, maybe Pat Garrett didn't shoot Billy the Kid. Maybe he shot someone else. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I know Tony will do a great job on Sasquatch Chronicles. Either way, you guys will have two cool shows to listen to. If you're not really into Billy the Kid, at least come over and check it out. I think you guys might really enjoy it. Let's jump into it tonight. I want to welcome Randy to the show. Randy, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, Wes.
Yeah, I really appreciate you being here, Randy. And I know, your encounter really fascinates me because there's multiple witnesses all seeing this creature in this one area, and it's all around your property. And I know you've seen it, your daughter's seen it, your neighbor's seen it. But if you would kind of take us back, because I know some of the weird things started happening around 1997 when you were hearing strange noises coming from the woods. If you would kind of take us back to that moment and then walk us into present day. What's been happening on this property and what have you seen?
Okay. Well, like I said, that I'm from by Springfield, actually, probably about maybe 20 miles west or northwest of Springfield. I've always heard Bigfoot, when I was a kid growing up and seen the Patty, film and all that. So I kind of believe, I believed in it, but, maybe not around here, I just always thought that was, they lived in the mountains or whatever, But anyway, so like 1996, I got married, built a house out here on my grandpa's old farm. We probably moved in, I'd say, after Christmas. It was great. We're backed right up against the woods, and there was like my grandpa had like 80 acres. Some of it farm, some of it pasture and woods. And so anyway, we was laying there in bed one night, and this was probably, I'd say, April of 97. And we had the windows open. It was like a nice spring night. We were woke up with this. My wife thought it was somebody at the door, but we both like sat straight up in bed because it was so loud. And she's like, somebody's at the door. And I'm like, I don't think that came from like the front. I said, I think it's like out in the woods. And she's like, well, go check. And I said, well, let's see if it does it again. And so probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes later, we hear it again. And I mean, plain as day, you could tell it was in the woods. And it must have been really close because it was like super loud. I mean, I could picture somebody, like smacking a bat against a tree or something, I mean, it sounded like wood on wood. And she's like, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I had no clue what it could be at that time. I didn't know anything about wood knocks. Probably the first time I heard about it was like maybe on Monster Quest or Finding Bigfoot, where they did the wood knocks. But I told her, well, it's, maybe it's a couple bucks out there fighting. And so we just kind of went with that theory. And it took a while to get to sleep, because I knew that it wasn't that, but I didn't know what else to tell my wife, So we never thought any more about it. We thought it was strange, but, life goes on.